Very good afternoon to one and all. And I would like to welcome Dr. Sanhita Roy from LV Prasad Eye Institute, Hyderabad, in this special public webinar on the topic Career Opportunities for Science Students. And this special public webinar is part of the School Outreach Program jointly organized by the National Academy of Sciences, India, Delhi chapter, and Deen Dayal Upadhyay College, University of Delhi, under the aegis of the DBT's Star College program. At the outset, I would like to thank the President of the National Academy of Sciences, India, Professor Ajoy Khatak, and Professor Anurag Sharma, who's the chairperson of the NASI Delhi chapter, along with my organizing team members who have helped tremendously in organizing the special public webinar, which we have planned over the next few months. So before inviting Dr. Roy, let me briefly introduce her to all. Dr. Roy is a scientist at LV Prasad Eye Institute, Hyderabad, and she did her PhD in protein chemistry from CSIR-Indian Institute of Chemical Biology, Calcutta. She then did her postdoctoral research from Case Western Reserve University, USA. And Dr. Roy started her independent laboratory at LV Prasad Eye Institute, Hyderabad. She's a member of the Indian National Young Academy of Science, INYAS, and Royal Society of Biology, UK. The main focus of her research is host-pathogen interactions and innate immune responses during corneal infections. Dr. Roy has published in several peer-reviewed international journals and also serves as an editorial board member and reviewer for several international journals. Our laboratory is supported by grants from national and international funding bodies like DST-SERB, ICMR, DBT, and UK-MRC. With these words, I now invite Dr. Roy to kindly deliver her talk.
Am I audible?
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Professor Saxena. First, I would like to share my screen before I, yeah, is it visible now? Okay, yeah. Thank you, Professor Saxena, for inviting me to this unique and wonderful initiative taken by NASI-Dindayal Upadhyay College for science promotion among the school students in particular. And this is very, as I said, a unique opportunity for me to interact with all the young minds out there. And as Professor Saxena said, I am Dr. Sanhita Roy. I work as a scientist at LV Prasad Eye Institute. It is one of the leading eye hospital in the country, and we also have a research wing to it where we do research on any problems related to eye. But today I will talk about some of the career opportunities that are available for the science students. I won't be able to touch for all the opportunities. There are a lot of opportunities out there, but I will try to address some of the opportunities that can be explored by the students at this stage. And if you have any queries for me, even after the talk, you can reach me at sanhita@lvpei.org. Okay. Okay. So I understand you are mostly students from class 9 to class 12. So in a year or within next 2-3 years, you will be at the crossroad of your academic career, you know. It's a very exciting time when you have to make some very important decisions in life regarding how you want to go ahead in your career. And this is exciting because the decisions that you take at this point of time will help, or you have to, you know, be doing the same stuff for the next almost all of your life as a career. So it's really necessary for you to have your calm mind and take those steps, even if it takes some more time, so that it can sustain you in the long run. The main thing that I'm sure you have been hearing all along is that choosing wisely. It's a very important thing to choose wisely. And for that, so soon your class 10 or class 12 boards examination will be over, and then it will be what next. So you have to ask yourself what you like and what you want to do. That's the most important thing. Even if you, as I said, as I keep saying to all my students, even if you have to keep or take out some time from each of your day, have a piece of your mind and keep asking yourself which subject you like or love best, which is something that you really want to do or want to pursue, be it arts or science or any other thing that you really want to do. And if you really build up a career on that, it nothing more exciting or good than that. So you have to ask yourself what you like and what you want to do, what you see yourself or visualize yourself doing in future. So the first step, you have to take yourself to decide what what you love and what you want to do. But it's also often important to get an outside perspective as well. The teacher who knows you so well, go and approach the teacher, your professors, your parent who has been, who know you so deeply. Talk to them. Sometimes their perspective also helps to click that light bulb in your mind and and make you think that yes, this is something I really want to do, which you might not be considering at that moment, but an outside perspective might change it completely, and you might understand that yes, it's something that you really want to do. Once you are clear of what you really want to do and what you want to be, next step is do your homework. So you need to collect all the information related to that particular thing, whatever you want to do, from everywhere possible. Again, talk to your professors, talk to your teachers, talk to your parents, among your peers. There is a huge internet services, that's out there to give you so much of information. And do your homework. And while doing it, you might understand that, okay, this might be a better choice compared to this college, might be a better choice compared to the other college, and so on. Once you are ready with your homework, you take that first step. So not only that, okay, I want to be this, always helps, but you have to take that first step to get yourself enrolled or give yourself that best opportunity on the path. So on that path of being someone or studying something, you have to take that first step. But you know what? Always remember, along with this, you can always change your mind. It's not that when you have what you thought about that you want to be and you have started on that journey, but after going for a while, if you realize that no, this is not something that is really exciting you, or you really want to do that, it's okay to change your mind, to stop for a while, think about it, to change your mind, and then to pursue what now you consider to be the best opportunity. So if I can, walk you through a general roadmap, if I say, and this is available in this a very wonderful, book, I would say, or ebook that has been compiled by one of my colleague, and it's available in this insideindia.res.in, a PDF thing. And here is an overall roadmap. Most of you are now at this stage or probably at this stage. And if I consider it as a general roadmap, the next obvious step for most of you as in science stream is NEET, and then you want to do an MBBS and MDMS, right? Or those of you who want to be an engineer, want to do a BTech, for their MTech, and then go on. So this is what we are talking about for next 7 to 10 years, a decade ahead of your life. And the other stream, which I would mostly be talking about today, because this is the one that I have taken this path, is your regular Bachelors of Science and Masters of Science that helps you to continue and pursue PhD in the best subject that you love and the research that you really want to pursue. So this is the one, this road that I would be mostly talking about. there are a lot of information about these two paths probably, and also about the bachelor, master's, PhD route. But this has so much of opportunity. So if you wanted to be or want to be a doctor, awesome. If you want to be an engineer, very good. But for some reason, you know, if you have missed your NEET, or now don't want to pursue an engineering pathway, or have been wondering to pursue research in the PhD pathway from the very beginning, this route is a route for you. So again, as I said, you are at the stage of the schooling over here. And your next step, once you come out of school, once you finish your board exam, is your bachelor's study. And it has a lot of opportunities. You have your general BSc in science, in any classical subject that you can pursue, be it physics, chemistry, zoology, botany, and many other, right? Mathematics, statistics, economics. There are so much of opportunities out there. You can also have a bachelor's in computer application, bachelor in architect, bachelor of design, and bachelor of forensic science. Most of them are 3-year degree courses. And then you have to have a science as your background. And once you finish your 3-year degree courses, you move ahead to do your master's. There is very interesting, if you think of the Bachelor of Forensic Science, it is a really interesting um, stream to pursue for all of you who love detective stories and crime thrillers, where you can, you know, incorporate science um, how to say, identifying a criminal who has done something wrong, or you can, you know, identify rocks and all that. There's a two, you know, the age of the rock, the age of the earth, and all that. So forensic science really helps you to mix together your knowledge of science and your that, and or what to say, that liking for being a detective at the same time. So you will be a detective in the laboratory, trying to figure out who was present on the crime scene, who was responsible to do that crime, and so on. And then moving on, you, after bachelor's of science, you now have to do your masters. And then while doing the masters, while you're completing the masters, the next obvious question is that what to do now, right? Now you have finished 5 to 6 years after your school, and this is the time now you really want to go into the serious career. So either you go into the industry, that's one option, or you can go into PhD research and go ahead into an academics. You can obviously join industry even after you finish your PhD. And this is PhD, as I said. Once you finish PhD, then the next thing is that what next? Is it industry or is it academics? So if there are any question at this stage, maybe I can try to answer those questions.
Yeah. What to do to be a doctor? And is it necessary to do NEET to become a doctor?
Okay. Um, what to do to become a doctor is that you have to study hard. That's really a very important thing that you need to do, and need to realize that you want to be a doctor. If you really want to be a doctor, you need to study hard. And NEET, there are many, recently in Tamil Nadu, this law has been passed, right? That where you don't need to appear for NEET, but based on your class 12 results, the marks that you get in your class 12 examination, you can get a direct admission to medical. So but mostly there is a competitive exam, either it's NEET or the state level joint entrance examination that is there for your entry into either NEET or into your engineering streams. Any other question?
The second one is, after BSc in forensic science, are there opportunities to pursue? And another question is, how to get into Indian Space Research Organization?
That's a very good question. Yes, after your BSc in forensic science, you can further go ahead and do a master's in that. And then there are a lot of opportunities with our government criminal branches of services and many private agencies and all. There are a lot of important sections that where you can get a job in that. And regarding your interest in the space science, there are many examination that held at both at the bachelor's level and at the master's level for entry into the space research. There are also aerospace engineering branch where you go ahead and do a 4-year BE or BTech in the aerospace engineering. That's how you can enter into the space research. Also, if you go in the general stream, you study physics and then astrophysics and then get yourself enrolled in any space program, leading space program of the country. Okay, so I will go ahead and maybe take questions sometime
Yes,
later.
yes, sure.
Yeah. Okay, so what are the ingredients absolutely necessary for successfully to pursue science? Number one is your curiosity and persuasion. You know, science is not always very giving. In the laboratory, we experience failure more than we experience success. But the success that we experience, even if it's once in a while, is so sweet that it sort of helps you to move forward in science. I mean, that moment when you are discovering something, the moment when you understand that the thought that you had is actually coming true in your in your laboratory is wonderful, is excellent, and that can fuel you for long time and through many failures. So the most important thing is a curiosity, that you really want to know something and want to figure it out, and the persuasion. You have to be at it, you shouldn't give up so easily. If you really love it and want to do it, you should be at it and try to solve it or try to achieve it, and try to keep yourself engaged with it and not give up easily. And number two is a strong desire to learn something. It's a journey. It's not like, okay, I have passed my masters, now I know everything, I don't need to learn anything more, I know everything about science. Or I'm doing my PhD, I'm done with my PhD, I don't have to study anymore, I'm done with all studying. It's not like that. It's a continuous process of learning something. Even when all the scientists who are working in the laboratories like us and all, we have to keep on read about new research, read about new discovery that's going on, how a method is, how a experiment is done. Every day you should teach yourself, or you should read every day. So this desire to learn something, continuous process is very essential. You should not give up at all, and will keep on learning something new every day. And obviously love for the subject. If you love maths, I mean, you will love to spend hours and hours solving very difficult problem. But you might not like chemistry that much. Someone who loves chemistry, would you be so happy to be in the lab mixing different solutions and changing colors, new substances, new stuffs. That is more exciting. The person who someone who loves physics would love staring at the stars or trying to determine some formulas. Someone who loves biology would go deep into DNA, RNA, look into it. So why, if you are doing something you love, as I said earlier also, you don't feel that pressure. You don't feel that oh, time is not passing. You don't even realize when you're learning yourself or teaching yourself along with your work. And patience, that's the most important thing to pursue in science. As I said, failure is a very regular stuff for the science people who are pursuing science. So you have to be really patient and keep on doing with the same rigor and with the same determination, and definitely then you will see the success which will fuel through you through all these failures. And as I said, open-minded and cross-border thinking. It's always very helpful to, if you have your mind open, if you keep on communicating with others about your work or discuss among friends and peers. So that helps you build, know the subject very well as well. Someone might know a part of the subject more better than you, and you might know the other part. So if you communicate and talk to each other, that helps everyone to have a better understanding of the subject, and rather than to completely, be on own. So it's always better to have discussions, to hear other people's idea and to share your ideas. And the most important, another important thing is the ability to question. Even many times we think, oh, I have a question in mind, and I think, oh, this might not be a smartest question, right? And we don't even ask. So without asking, we don't even get to know the answer, right? Don't be that. No question is not smart question. Okay, so if you have a question in mind, don't feel that this might not be a smart question. Go ahead and ask the person the question. The person might not know the answer, but that shouldn't stop you from not asking the question. So that is the most important thing, not only in the lectures, but when you are designing an experiment, when you are planning an experiment, then also you should keep on asking question. Okay, this is what I see, what next? What are the next step I can take? What is the next problem I can solve? So question, the ability to question is a very important criteria to pursue science. So as I said, I will just talk about few of the opportunities out there, or some fellowships that are out there. Apart from this, there are several others as well, but due to, constrict of time, I'm talking about some of the important ones. So while you are pursuing Bachelors of Science, there is a very interesting program by DST, which is called Inspire program. And it provides support at the various level, not only at the BSc level, but starting from school level, it provides various support. And so the Inspire program has SHE scholarship. It's scholarship for higher education, not for girls, for everyone. And it offers 10,000 scholarships to pursue a bachelor's and master's in natural science, natural science, like your classical subjects like physics, chemistry, maths, biology. And also there is another program by HDFC, Educational Crisis Scholarship Support, that helps you to pursue diploma, graduation and graduation degree. There has been another program, but this is particularly for the young girls in science, L'Oreal India. They sponsored this Young Woman in Science scholarship, and it has been more than 15 years now, to pursue higher education in science, and will cover the college fees for graduation studies in any scientific field. So these are the few of the opportunities, fellowships you can avail while pursuing your Bachelors of Science. So while once you are finished with the bachelor's, the next is to move into your master's program. JNU in Delhi, right? Jawaharlal Nehru University of Delhi has this combined 2 years MSc program, entrance examination for 2 years MSc program. And there are various other universities that's out there where you can pursue your master's program. And the scholarship is rupees 3,000 per month. And there are questions in two parts, and there are part A for MCQs in your basic subjects like physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology. And then the part B, where you have a little higher from your bachelor's level questions. And although there will be negative marking, I think, yes, there are negative marking, but this is an entrance examination that help you to enter into your master's program of choice of any subjects. And it's conducted in a lot of number of universities here. I have listed 31 universities that's there where you can pursue your master's subject. There are also integrated master's and PhD program so there are several institutes all over India that provide the integrated master's and PhD program, and NCBS is one of it. So as you can see, MSc students receive a monthly fellowship of rupees 12,000. So it's quite a good fellowship that they provide to the MSc student. And the PhD students receive a fellowship of 16,000 for the first year, and then a fellowship of 25,000 per month once they have registered into the PhD program. And entrance for this is through JGEEBILS. I will talk about that in a moment. There is also Bose Institute in Calcutta that have integrated master's and PhD program. And again, the MSc students receive a monthly fellowship of rupees 12,000. And the PhD students receive the fellowship as per our Government of India guidelines. Then there is another Bangalore Institute in Bangalore, JNCSR. They also provide a integrated master's and PhD program where MSc students receive a monthly fellowship of rupees 15,000. And again, the PhD students receive a monthly fellowship according to the DST regulations. And there are also ICERs that have the integrated master's and the PhD program. JNU have definitely a master's program, and the monthly fellowship is rupees 5,000. So JGEEBILS is a wonderful concept, I would say, because earlier, if you wanted to enter in any of the big institutes for your PhD, graduate program in biology or interdisciplinary life science, what used to happen that if you go to, for example, one of the CSIR institutes, say in Hyderabad, Center of Cellular and Molecular Biology, CCMB, you have to give an entrance exam for them. If you want to go to any ICER, you have to give a separate entrance exam for them. CDFD, you have to give a separate entrance exam for that. But all these institutes that you are seeing over here in the left, they have come together and they have formed a common entrance test, which is called JGEEBILS, where if you pass it, once you pass this entrance exam, you are now eligible to enter into the PhD program of any of these institutes. So that's really good thing, is that you just have to appear for the entrance exam once, and once you get a chance, you can enter through to any of these institutes to do your PhD program. And again, the questions are in 4 formats. The section A is general question, your general GK sort of question, something that you have learned by class 12. And then there is different sections for your physics, chemistry, and biology. Any questions that we can take till now, and before we move ahead?
Sure. There are 2-3 questions.
Okay.
The first one is what to do after MSc for entering in teaching profession. And the second is, I'm a BSc honors student and I want to become a scientist in a theoretical area. So any opportunities in that direction?
Sorry, in theoretical physics?
Yes. So any opportunities in that area?
Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Congratulations if you want to be a scientist, more people on the board. So yes, there are a lot of opportunities in there. You have to, for physics, theoretical physics, there are many institutes, good institutes, and IITs and ICERs where you can pursue your PhD in physics. And then you have to sit for their entrance examination and go ahead and, choose your lab and then register yourself for your PhD program. And for teaching, there are many courses regarding your, there are B.Ed courses to where you get the specific opportunity after bachelor's also in education. So you take that courses, and also there are some state level examination which helps you to be teachers in the government schools. And the private schools, obviously, they always give out the advertisement through which you can apply and then enter into it. I will quickly go through the next few slides. I think we are running a little short of time. So where do you want to go, right? So either to industry or to academics once you have finished your master's and or PhD and at the cusp of that, right? So for industry, there is a biotech consortium of India that I will talk right now. In academics, before entering into PhD, you can have a summer research fellowship or a direct internship. BCIL is supported by DBT. This is a Biotechnology Consortium India Limited, and this is a practical industrial training for MSc and MTech students, and to see how the industry works and what skills are required, what skills people from industry are looking in before hiring. So this is really a wonderful practical industrial training program that helps you to provide with those skill development and that enhance your job opportunity. You get a stipend of rupees 10,000 per month during this program, and the advertisement comes out once a year in April and May. And the final placement for the training is in October and November. And after this training, most of them are absorbed by the industry because now they have the specific skill of what the industry people need. Summer fellowship, there are a couple of summer academic, science academics. Sorry. That provide the summer research fellowship program. So you go into the laboratory of the scientist, spend some time, about 2 months, and see how research is done. So that will give you a first-hand experience of how research happens before you enter into your PhD. Again, you get a stipend of 8,000 per month. It's published once a year, and the placement of training is done in February and March. There's another nice summer research fellowship for students organized by ACSIR. That's called Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Summer Training Program. And again, it gives you a first-hand experience in the laboratories of the CSIR labs with the leading scientists. And the amount of fellowship is quite high. It's 25,000 per student. And then there is another summer fellowship by Jawaharlal Nehru Center for JNCSIR summer fellowship program. Again, you get a chance to work with the scientists at JNCSIR after your MSCs, and you get a monthly stipend for rupees 6,000. The advertisement is again published once in a year, and the final placement is done in April. So there is also direct internship where students can approach the scientists of the national institutes, and they can, and on the mutual agreement, the students can spend some time from 3 to 6 months in the laboratory of different scientists and get a first-hand training experience of how a research lab works. And then once you are, once you have done this, you next want to enter your PhD. There are several national level of exam like CSIR conducts your JRF exam, DBT conducts, ICMR and GATE. Once you clear all this examination, you are now entitled to join any lab for your PhD to be scientist. As you can see over here, these are the fellowship that you get during your PhD. So one word of caution, I would say, choose wisely. Again, you had chosen wisely just after your board exam. Again, time to choose wisely for your PhD. You should choose the laboratory, how good the science happens in that laboratory and not necessarily the institute. You should look into how the PI or the scientist of that lab publishes, how much publication the person has, and ask your peers, ask the other people in the laboratory or in the institute how that laboratory is before you step into it. There are many national institutes who are pursuing PhD. For DST, these are some of the few list of some of the few institutes supported by DST. These are some of the institutes that are supported by DBT, like NCCS, NIBMG, THSTI, RCB, and there are a lot of others. And these are the institutes that is supported by CSIR. So apart from that, there are many private institutes, good private institutes, universities, ICERs and all, where you can pursue your PhD. As I said, Inspire also has a wonderful program for that allow the postgraduates to pursue PhD. First rank holder of MSCs in any basic and applied science courses can get the Inspire fellowship to do the PhD. There are some other international opportunity for PhD students by Government of India in tie-up with different countries like USA, UK, France, Raman Charpak Fellowship, Germany, Japan, and this fellowship provides you with the financial support and covers the cost of your travel. Since I'm in an eye institute, I would just finish with the career opportunities in eye care and vision research, and this is very interesting. So once someone who wants to be a doctor can go ahead and be an ophthalmologist. An ophthalmologist is obviously a medical doctor who can do surgery and do eye checkup and perform a lot of surgeries. And this is MBBS plus 2-3 years of residency. Additional fellowship can be taken up. But apart from that, there's an interesting career option which is called optometry. Optometrists don't do eye surgery, but other than that, they can, prescribe you glasses, prescribe you medicines, and see if your eyes, vision is proper or not. This is a 4-year degree program. So after class 12, you can join optometry program. This is a 4-year degree program. And then you have to do a 2 years fellowship program along with an ophthalmologist. There is also option for optician. Optician basically work in helping you to give you glasses, proper glasses, make the proper glasses. And then it's again after class 12, it is 1 to 2 years of optician course. And also for class 12 students, there is an option of the vision technician. So these are some of the scholarship for the school student. Kishore Vaiganik Protshantna Yogna by DST. For class 11 and 12 student, you get a stipend of 5,000 rupees and contingency grant of 20,000. Then there is CSI Innovation Award for school children below 18 years of age. And if you submit your innovative idea, you can get a cash award from 10,000 to 1 lakh. And it's September of every year that announcement comes out. Then there is a Mahindra All India Talent Scholarship for class 10 and 12 students. Then there is Dr. APG Kalam Ignite Award. And again, this is on exhibition of project or novel ideas for students up to class 12. And students need to write and submit their ideas. And again, at September every year, it's available. And then one more important scholarship is Oil Award and Oil Merit Scholarship. This is a cash award for students of class 10 and 11. And in August in every year, the advertisement comes out. So this is my acknowledgement. Thank you for your kind attention. Any question, please? Sorry if I have crossed my time limit. Can we take 2-3 questions if possible?
Sure. What all courses will you suggest after 10th and 12th for becoming an anesthetic doctor, a brain doctor, or a surgeon?
Okay, for all these 3, you have to take your regular MBBS course. You have to appear either for NEET or in places where NEET is not required based on your class 12 exam scores. You have to take your proper MBBS course to be, pursue any of these streams. Yeah.
Okay. Some students are doing BSc Zoology. They asked what are pathways to join CSIR through research field?
Right. So once you do your BSc, you can pursue your master's either in zoology or in any related subject of biology. And then you have to appear for your CSIR NET exam or your DBT JRF exam, or ICMR also conducts JRF. JRF is Junior Research Fellowship. So once you pass any one of these exams, you are now entitled to join any laboratory of your choice to work as a junior research fellowship that will help you to earn your PhD degree. And all these organization pays fellowship for you once you clear their exam, which is good amount of fellowship is provided for next 5 years for you to pursue your PhD.
Okay. Are there any special courses for going abroad to become a doctor?
Yes, there are. Definitely, there are courses. So once you complete your class 12 and the country that you really want to go and pursue your further examination, you can write, you can do a lot of searches for those countries. There are very popular program with Russia, and then, you can search there, or you can visit different website of the universities of those countries and learn more about it.
I'll take up the last question now. Are there any opportunities for PCB students? I think the person is interested to know physics, chemistry, and biology without mathematics.
Endless opportunities. There are endless opportunities for PCB students. You can do, I have sort of mentioned many of them. You can pursue your PhD, your master's in any of the biology, physics, chemistry related field. You can go ahead and be, pursue, if you love teaching, be a professor. If you love to do laboratory science, be a scientist, teach in schools. I mean, there are endless opportunities.
Okay. I think I've taken up all the possible questions which are there in the chat. So thank you very much, Dr. Sanhita Roy, for sparing your valuable time with the school students, teachers. And I think some of the questions shows that some of the attendees are from undergrad and postgrad level also.
That's really good.
Although
that's
we
really
plan
good.
it out for a school as a school outreach program, but we don't prohibit any science lover or person who is interested
Absolutely.
to,
Yeah.
so to
Thank
join
you,
this
Professor
program.
Saxena, for inviting me to this. It's wonderful, interacting with you all, and particularly the students. I will be very glad if it helped them, and I'm really available at sanhita@lvpi.org. Any one of them with their questions can write to me, and I will try my best to help them. Thank
Sure.
you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you all attendees, and hope to see you all in the next interesting session, which is scheduled for September 27th. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you all.
Yeah.